What's up, good people? How you doing? Welcome back to Stock Up with Larry Jones. Please do yourself a favor and go ahead and hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell. If you're new to the page, come join the family. We're here. We're learning how to build generational wealth together as a family, where we're just sharing everything. If you were not on at this morning's live, I implore every one of you, especially if you've been investing for under 3 years, I want you to watch a video. If you're on your computer, it's going to come in this box, okay? You'll see it in this box. If you're on your cell phone, I'll leave a link to the video that will appear in your upper right-hand corner. That's important that everyone watch the entire video. Take some time out, even if you got to pause it and watch the whole thing. Dropping a lot of gems in that, okay? And it's going to help you in your investing moving forward. I want to talk about a few things. Let's get right into it. So let's look at it. Today, the bulls is clawing their way back. Yesterday, most of us expected yesterday to be green, for it to be red, and for the indices, the S&P, the NASDAQ, and the Dow to be negative on yesterday. At least the Dow was. That was not good. It was actually quite alarming. So let's get right into it and let's see what's going on. The market is still spooked. Looks like we're going to close positive today. The Dow, S&P, and NASDAQ are all up. Dow by 0.5%, 165 points. We'll take that. And so that's what I want to talk about. So remember on yesterday, when I went through these companies, these blue chip companies, Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Tesla, Alphabet A and Alphabet C, which is Google, those companies are just those companies alone are almost 25% of the S&P 500. You know, they're over 22% if you take all of those. That's heavily weighted. And so when those come down, then that's enough weight to just the first five actually equals 21.5% of the S&P. So those are weighed heavy. So if those drop, the overall stock market drops, right? I'm going to get right to the point. So follow me. Look at where they are year to date. Apple is down 27%, Microsoft 27%. These two heavily weighted in the S&P 500, right? And meaning that they're a great amount of the overall 500 top stocks, right? And so look at this. Amazon down 50%. Tesla is down 64%. Now Tesla is in serious trouble. And it's like I said, the PE was high, and we have Elon Musk playing with his new shiny toys. I keep telling people that want to argue the point, yeah, but he can do it. He can do it. Investors don't care. Remember, on yesterday's video, 89% of all of the stock held are held by millionaires, right? These are millionaires. They got into this for an investment, not save the world in tree hugging. They didn't. They don't care about emissions. I'm not saying all of them, but they got in this play to make money, and they see that he is distracted. Now we know that Elon was already, he publicly said he was going to appoint a CEO for Twitter. But the fact of the matter is people can see through this, right? And so there's a thin line between brilliance and crazy. Elon Musk, Kanye, you name it. Remember that movie, The Aviator? Remember how brilliant he was, but also remember how crazy he was. But there is a thin line between brilliance and crazy. So you gotta take the shucks with the corn. That means that you can't have corn without the shucks, the skin. So you gotta peel through it. So I'm peeling through it. I'm waiting on him to finish with his gallivanting with Twitter, come back to Tesla and be great again. So as we can see, Tesla is further going down. It's $139 at the time of this video. And so Tesla is continually tanking. This problem, that problem. We know supply chains problems. We know they're having problems getting chips. We know about the slowdowns in China. We know about all of these things. But the biggest problem with Tesla right now is Elon Musk himself. He's dragging it down. And him selling off billions of dollars worth of Tesla stock and overpaying for Twitter. So this is what's happening with Tesla, good people. And when he refocuses, Tesla will turn around. And listen to this. So look at the PE. Let's look at the PE of Tesla. Right now, the Tesla's PE is 44. And this is my point. My point is we are heading towards a earnings recession, meaning that the PE, price to earnings, which is what you and I pay for these stocks, are going to be lowered, coupled with raising interest rates, right? Which means that the PEs are going to drop. So if you're old school and you were trained that a proper PE is 15, you are going to be paying too much for that stock in a bear market heading into a deeper recession. So let's look at this, good people. This is interesting, right? This is a PE chart of Tesla. Let's take a look at this, right? Very important. So look at these dates, all right? 5 days ago, the PE is 42, right? 3 months ago, the PE is 42.92. You see what's happening? 6 months ago, the PE year to date, 3 months, 3 years. So this is a chart that's showing you that the PE ratio of Tesla is beginning to fall. I'm sorry, I was hitting the wrong thing. So as we could see, you see here right there. Look at that. September 18th of 20, the PE ratio of Tesla was 1127, right? And then look at here in 21 here, right here. The PE of Tesla used to be 1348. Look at this number down here. I'm sorry. Look at that. 1348. And now look at that. 688. And then look at that. 171 all the way down to 42. So the price to earnings, what you're paying for Tesla is falling, and it's falling like a brick. And I got news for you. It's still too high, and it's going to continue to fall. Now, I will tell you right now, when I first called Tesla, and even after I lowered it down to 150, it's still coming down, right? And at some point, you're going to buy it. So here's what I'm going to say to the Tesla holders. If you're holding Tesla and you got Tesla at 208 or 230, you're going to make money. You're just going to have to wait longer. You're going to have to wait years to be profitable, right? And I believe you'll be profitable in 2024, right? But the people that buy it at 128 may be profitable by the end of 2023. You see what I'm saying? I'm just using this as an example. These are not exacts. And so the higher you buy it, the longer it's going to take for you to get profitable, unless you start to dollar cost average down. But what does that do? It eats up your cash. So now you're not able to spend it in other plays that have already bottomed out. And so that's why I continue to wait. I'm still going to wait, even though it's in the price. And I do know that there's going to be some stock that will bottom out this year. But I'm just not assuming that risk, because when we go into when we go into the earnings recession in 2023, that's when I believe most of these companies will bottom out. So now what the homework is I want you guys to look up Apple, Microsoft, Google, Tesla, Alphabet A, Alphabet C, and I want you to look at 2023. I want you to see when the earnings are going to come in, since we are heading towards a earnings recession, meaning the earnings will be lower. And then you can start to see the possibility of the market, selling off and going lower. Then I will be looking at a point of entry. And that's the way I do it. I trust that over any chart. I trust that over any fundamentals. That's what I'm doing. Because if we're truly going into an earnings recession, then the sell-off will happen after the earnings, right? So generally you need first quarter earnings, right? Here's another thing that will have happened by the time most of these earnings are out for Q1. We will have February's CPI numbers, consumer price index, and we will also have the Fed meeting, the FOMC meeting. Those happen so we have a CPI number for February, and then we have the FOMC meeting. I believe the FOMC meeting, when the Fed tells you how high he's going on the interest rate, because it's too early to tell. And I know what he said, but we got to see what he's going to do then. What we will know that by, I believe, February 2nd, right? And then we have the earnings. And so it's still a game of patience for me. And I just want to be out in front of it, because I could say, hey, 128 is a good price for Tesla right now, right? Tesla can go to 98. We will see. And I will tell you that be ready to continue to pivot, right? The Fed pivots, and we have to be ready to pivot too. You make a plan, but then you're ready to pivot. So I don't want anybody to say, yeah, Larry, you said 150. I said I wouldn't start to buy until under 150. And then I said from 150 to 128. But the longer that Elon keeps doing the things that he does, because we don't know what he's going to do tomorrow, and it comes down even lower, then that changes everything, right? Just like people are still asking, are we still going to have a Christmas rally? The Grinch, known as Fed Jerome Powell, stole Christmas. Fed Jerome Powell is the Grinch that stole Christmas, good people. It changes everything, just like with gas prices. If the geopolitical situation ramps up, guess what happens to gas prices? They spike back up. What does that happen to people that are trading in oil and gas? It changes everything. And so we have to be ready to constantly pivot in a bear market leading into a deep recession, all right? And so hopefully this helps you in all of your stock. Remember, right now is not the time to be going and investing into a company that don't have earnings, that don't have revenue, and don't have access to capital. Because what's happening to interest rates? They are raising, meaning it's harder to get a loan. All right. So that's what I wanted to talk about today. Hey, you guys already know about Moo right there. OK, download it. Get the 10 free stock for $100. Get the 20 free stock for $1,000. And then download Webull on top of that. Good people. Those are the things I wanted to share with you guys. In closing, I want every single one of you guys, please, 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 especially if you're new, do yourself a favor and watch the video if you're on your computer that's going to come in on this box. And if you're on your phone, you should see a link that comes up right now. Live, love, laugh, and learn. We'll see you tomorrow.